If you've never been on my channel before, welcome. My name is Tanya. I'm a 34-year-old mom of two. Eliana is 5 and Cameron is 4. Right now I am just kind of giving you a rundown. It's going to probably end off the vlog, but so I guess I'm recording the beginning and the ending right now. How exciting. Wait till you see what is about to come though. Like, it was a good day. It's been an amazing week. Did you have a good week? Let me know what you were up to down in the comments. I really want to know. What did you get into? What have I been missing out on? Where are you from? What's going on where you are? Those of you in the southern hemisphere, how is your transition to warmer weather going? Do you have gardens planted? What are you planting? Our gardens here in the northern hemisphere, I am in Connecticut in the United States. Our gardens are starting to die down. I do have some tomatoes that I have picked to keep away from the squirrels. They are ripening on my windowsill. I have been processing apples and pumpkins and all sorts of goodness. But you'll see all that in a little bit. Not to mention, stay for that. The recipe is coming for those cookies. Hold on tight. And as soon as that recipe happens, like pause it, jot down the recipe, or get the product that has the recipe on the back of it and try it because you're going to love it. Okay. I'm going to let you watch the vlog now. Enjoy. So I'm still playing with the stand in my car. It didn't adhere to my dashboard very well, so I had to move it a little bit. There's like a slight curve to most dashboards, and apparently it was just on the slightest bit of a curve where it didn't want to hold on. I don't know. So I moved a little bit, not liking the view it's on, so I will have to change that. However, it works for this moment, but it will not stay this way ultimately. So right now we just dropped Cameron off at school. So we are headed home.
We're getting off the road where we have to go down, and we're on the road and we just stopped.
We're at the light waiting. And then we are going to, like I said, go home, get Ellie's.
Can we take a different way?
Not today. We're gonna go do your schoolwork, Ellie, and we are going to, while you do your schoolwork, Mommy's gonna get some laundry done. I'm going to put the clean dishes away, reload the dishwasher, do a quick wipe down of the kitchen. The last few days of apple prep and making apple juice and all of that kind of stuff has the kitchen a mess. So I'm gonna go through and clean that up. It's gonna look like it never happened. and go from there. I think something bit me. But yesterday was kind of a crazy busy day. I wasn't able to get an awful lot done, never mind film an awful lot. I was up until almost 1 a.m. this morning getting work done, so I want to make sure I give myself a little extra self-care today. And I work in the studio on Saturday, so I'm not going to be able to sleep in. I'm going to have to...
Tomorrow is our daddy day. For Halloween day.
Yep, you're going to do some Halloween stuff with your daddy, and I'm going to go to the studio, so I have to drop them off before I go to the studio, which means extra early. And yeah, I'm not going to have the ability to sleep in. Sunday, I'm probably not going to sleep in. My body's probably not going to let me, but I'll try anyways. They spend the night at their dad's this weekend, so I won't have to get up super early for Cameron like he does every morning, but I'm sure my body will naturally just want to get up early. So we'll see how that turns out. So while Ellie plays with Play-Doh and watches her TV, I am going to go ahead and get a couple things done. I desperately need to wash all the pots and pans from doing all of the cooking this last few days regarding meal prep and stuff like that. We've already gone through a good portion of what was meal prepped. I'm finishing up the last of my great aunt's baked beans from the other day. I did a few more potatoes, so those are in here. But otherwise, we're pretty much already eaten through most of what we made. I made some apple juice, so I do have that in here, as well as the jarred up cinnamon applesauce. There isn't any of the other applesauce left. But yes, so dishes and laundry. I'm going to go start some laundry. I just filled up my water bottle halfway to get the rest of what's left in there for the flavor, drink that up, and then that'll probably go in. Hey, Play-Doh on the table, young lady. That'll go in the dishwasher with the next load as well. So let me get these, this first load of laundry started, and then I'll figure out a way to set you up so you can just kind of watch me running around like a crazy woman. Hopefully this gives you a little cleaning inspiration today. I need to find some motivation. I need to just do it. So I'm going to just jump into it as much as I don't want to be doing laundry and dishes today. And yeah, so let's go. stuff that she was getting rid of. I know you just saw me go through it. Yep, yesterday. So of course I took advantage of grabbing it. I'm gonna wash her bin before I give it back to her because it's a little dirty. And then just some things to put out in the garden. And as you just saw, I was bringing some things into the kitchen to fill the dishwasher. So it was kind of, okay, what would fit in the spaces I had left between the dishes from the sink that were already in there? And so I filled that up, got that started. I just swapped over some of the laundry from the washing part into the spinning part. So that's going, and then I have like 2 more loads that I want to go ahead and get through the wash. I got some boxes to break down. I got some canning jars. I'm super excited. I am diving into canning a little bit more than I had before. I would make one thing. Sorry, I'll go out of the other room. It's a little loud. I used to, or at least for the last few years, I have just canned one thing at a time. So I could do it in a small pot. And I do have a pot that I can do 4 or 5 things at a time in, like a big stew pot kind of thing, like a lobster kettle. If you're from New England, you know a lobster kettle is not small. So it's not that. I'll tell you. But I think I'm going to invest in getting an actual canning pot and all the stuff that I need for it. I am going to take full advantage of store produce every time it's on sale. If things have like a limit of 5, I'm going to get 5. Granted, not everybody can afford to do that. However, I went on Walmart's website. Their canning jars were on sale, so I got some 12 ounce and 16 ounce, I believe, are the 2 sizes that I got, and I just got 3 cases of each. You know, 16, 12 ounce, I figured, depending on what goes in them, is meal size for the 3 of us for whatever's going to be in that jar. Or whatever I make. I don't know, you know, if I'm necessarily making meal items or what I'm doing in them. I haven't decided yet. Sorry, what are you doing? Were you waiting for me to walk over there so I could grab your... Let me see if you could grab my legs. Huh? Why are you being sneaky? You're not gonna wash that shelf. You put your butt on it. Ew. Ew. Well, I do gotta wipe that down anyways. You guys are overdue for a kitchen clean. All right. I don't know what else the dishwasher's gonna do. We're just gonna have to run with it. So, I got 3 pumpkins when we went apple picking. I want to do stuff with those. I want to make another batch of applesauce and can that up. So I'm not sure where my canning adventures are going to start. I'm running out of all my canned stuff. So let me know what things that you like to can, what things you would like to see me can. We are a vegetarian house, so we won't be canning things like beef stew. And remember, my kitchen, my rules. I don't believe that just because canning is preferred one way as a U.S. method and limited as far as this is safe and this isn't safe. I'm not selling. It'll be strictly for our consumption. I do want to make that clear. I know I'm in some canning groups on Facebook, and if it's not in the book, it's not okay. But I also know I have international viewers that come in from time to time, so please let me know where you're from. Let me know how you like to preserve your food. I am very interested in other cultures. I mean, it really is. The United States, I feel like we're so limited. Our culture is so limited compared to everybody else as far as canning practices and the types of canning jars used and the lids and what's safe and what's not and yada 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 yada. Yeah, it's craziness, right? So it's funny. Humanity has survived for so long, and these like rules have only been around for how long? That's all I'm going to say on it. I'm going to get back to doing laundry. That spinner stopped. Eliana's screeching, so I don't know if her Play-Doh art just fell apart. I'm guessing so. She's giving me that silly face. So I'm going to get a couple more things done. I'm going to set down the camera because you are at 15% battery. 13% battery actually. So yeah, I'll catch up with you here in a little bit when I give you a little more juice. Okay, well, I just finished baking some cookies. I will show you. Let me turn you around. I just need some gluten-free chocolate chip cookies. So those will be my treats for the weekend. Super excited. They do have eggs and they do have chocolate, obviously. But the rest is stuff that I should be able to eat. So, and I've eaten 2 of them so far. So let's see what happens. The recipe that I used for these chocolate chip cookies is off of the back of the Bob's Red Mill gluten-free 1-to-1 baking flour. I'm not really a fan of it. I was actually looking into, I need to get a specific flour to make bread. This is more for cookies and that kind of stuff, the 1-to-1 flour. So I'm pretty much stocked on this for a little while. I will need to stock up on the other one that I was reading about, which is exciting because I can hopefully make some gluten-free breads. But this is the recipe that I went with. So if you pick up a bag of this, the recipe is right on the back. And it was super easy to make. In my oven, it did take about 12 minutes. Otherwise, they were a little soft and gooey. The ones on the bottom are soft and gooey. But I guess they'll firm up by the time I get down to them. I don't plan on eating them all this weekend. I've already shared with the kids, and I'm sure I will share some more. I might even bring my mom some when I go to the studio tomorrow and just see what she thinks. One of the reasons I absolutely love fall is it is the time of the year we do a ton of baking. I know I showed you that I got some canning jars in the other room. I plan on, when these get to the point that they need to be processed, I will process those, and I plan on canning all but enough to make a pie for us and maybe a pie for family get together for the holidays. So I have aspirations of being able to can all sorts of things and basically get my family set for the winter kind of, I guess, by the end of November. So I would say by Thanksgiving, maybe the last of the things that I can up would be anything that is made for like Thanksgiving family meals that I make in excess or something like that, to save for later. Otherwise, I plan on basically stopping canning after that and challenging to see if I was able to put enough away to make it through the winter without being able to do too much grocery shopping. We will go grocery shopping. This isn't like a, hey, I'm actually not going to be grocery shopping challenge. Just to see, okay, what other items that I didn't think of, and I haven't made my list yet, but what didn't I think of that I should have canned, and where did I mess up horribly? What recipes do I need to try to do again? And what worked, what I was successful with, what lasted 6 months on the shelf or a year or whatever it ends up sitting there for. I mean, it's 21 right now and I have stuff from 2015. I'm pretty impressed in that. So, and that's the thing. If I can go to the grocery store and get something at a really good price, and I can get a couple pounds of it, I'll get a couple pounds of it, and maybe half of that I'll set aside and preserve, and then the other half I'll consume now. I haven't quite, like I said, decided exactly what I'll be processing and what I'll be canning, but I know there'll be apples. There's probably going to be some sort of potatoes. I don't know how that's going to work, but I would love to be able to can some potatoes. I want to do pumpkin. I want to do apples. I want to do like some squash soups. I want to do vegetable broth. I've got some vegetables, but the kids just usually eat fresh. I know in the winter that's not always possible, but we're trying to do a winter garden this year, so we'll see. Jams and jellies and barbecue sauces. I do need to make barbecue sauce, so I could make some more barbecue sauce. I like my Sweet Baby Ray's, but I do like mine as well. So